welcome to another Sci-fi UI Pack tutorial video. Today we'll talk about the leaderboard, just as it's been seen. And don't forget that you might not be hearing the click and over sound of this project because our recorder might not be able to pick up the sound. So you could actually recommend a very good recorder for us, and we will appreciate very much. So let's talk about this leaderboard. Let's talk about the leaderboard. Now, over to the blueprint. So if you find in the folder where this is located, you can go to from the Sci-fi UI Pack, click on project, click on the widgets. So inside the widget, click the UI menu, the main menu, and here you see the leaderboard. Make it bolder. So we'll be opening the Sci-fi UI Pack parent leaderboard. So today, this is the project this is the widget blueprint for the leaderboard. Here it has two tabs button. On this tab button, it's being controlled. It controls a widget switcher. The widget switcher, which is responsible for switching between the home country widget and the world leaderboard widget. The activatable widget switcher is renamed the page. One common reason why you find out that we prefer using the common activatable widget switcher is because with this we can actually define a very good transition between widgets. That is to say, the animation. You can find the horizontal, vertical, the zoom in, whichever you want, and control the animation duration. So from here, you can actually, from the button right here, from the tab buttons, you can actually rename. If you go to the details panel, you can actually change the details of the buttons here, just as it's been seen. You can change the name to whatever you want it to be. You can add a little let padding to the font. You see it's taking effect. You can add a little bit of right padding to it. Then if you'll be using an array for this, if you want to use an array, that's where the tab index comes to play. By giving an index to the buttons that you're using. Yeah, you can customize. You can actually change the font of the button, the size, typeface, and the letter spacing, and even the outline settings for the buttons here. Now, so over to the blueprint. Good. So from the blueprint here, you see that the on-click event for this, the click event for this button actually opens this first, and by clicking the world widget, it opens the world that has the flag. So if I go to this click event, just by pressing this home country, which is this first button, we want the widget here, this heading, to change from count to okay, this is what I'm talking about. In a few minutes, we don't want it to play, we don't actually want the widget to run from the loading screen, so let's just open the widget so we can get easy access and our videos can be very fast. So I'm just going to bring this down here. Sorry. So I'm going to bring this down here and save. Good. So here we are. So you find out that if I press the home country, this changes. If I press the word country, the rank changes. This changes. It changes to rank, right? Good. So this is what switches the text. Like that, this is the text. Good. This is the part that switches the text, so you can actually just change this to, let's say, the short form of country will be let's say, for example, flag, capital letter, flag, and maybe this will be num, full stop. So you see, if you press, you see num, you see flags, you see num, you see flags. So this is what does the switching. Then we called that the page that we just switcher, and brought out the active index, and to be called up by index. Then we set the button click appearance on the button. We set it here. So we set it here. So this here, so if this button appearance changes when it's been clicked, then when it's been active, we don't want this one to be picked up. So that's why when you set active, you set the other button not active. When you set the world button active, you set the home country button inactive. So you just adjust it, you see set inactive. That's that. Now for the widget switcher, let's go directly. So this is the actual rank that we have been tweaking all through. So for the home country, oh, my mistake, sorry. Let's compile. Good. For the home country, if you want to open the home country widget, you can just right click, edit with the blueprint, or we'll just click from here. Now you see that here, find out that here you have the numbers, we have the names, and we have the event, we have the score right here. So what actually turns, if you want to change the number count here, okay, let's just say from the first button, if you check the details panel, you can see the details that we can actually change. So from here, you can just change the number to maybe 1. See, it's been changed. Change the font details of this particular number particular text, change the name, the score, change the name and the score also. Also here, if you want to use the flag, where you want to bring out an image so that you can actually change the country and the flag, you have your own flag, you can set the rank number to be collapsed and set the country flags to be visible. So by that we can now change the country flags. You can either use the flags that we have already, or you can create your own. So from here I will say flag. Good. So we have them here. So you can just tweak it by just adding the flag you want to use for the project. So if I want to use the rank, I can make the rank number visible while it's on the flag off. Good. So that's how you use it. Why the word country also has its own, where we switched from the rank numbers to the flag. So that's it. So that's all that has to be talked about. That's all on the leaderboard. So we're moving right next to the next tutorial. Stay tuned and don't forget to click the subscribe button so that you can always get an update when we update the UI pack.